Welcome everyone to Chess with TV episode 343. Today is March 28th, 2016. It seems to be dropping a few frames, but I won't worry about that. You might notice the green screen's not behind me, but we're getting really close to that. What's happened is I have lighting to shine on my face, but I don't have enough lighting to light up the green screen. So it's actually like a dark green screen, which isn't transparent. So that's on the way right now. So I think by next episode, we're going to have the full setup ready to go. It's going to be great. Today we're playing 3 checks chess with a focus on knight e4, which is a very special square, knight e4. If you think about e4 as the white player, if a knight is there, it can move to d6 or f6, both of which check the black king. And if black castles kingside, f6 still checks the black king. So being able to get your knight on e4 is a key position as the white player. And as black, I'll try to play knight e5. So let's go play some 3 checks chess and see how that works. And let's hide the rubber duck. Okay, if you were wondering what that duck was there, you should just check out the last episode we played with that duck. Let's just throw a challenge out to the general public there with 3 checks. See how that goes. Look at that. See that little green part? That's chess whiz. Let's drink to that. I love to make my mark in the world. I am recovering from an illness, but don't worry. I'm recovering. Don't worry. Not everyone loves 3 check chess, which is why that's sitting out there. Let's make sure the rating band isn't too tight. We're playing rated. Oh, look, it's very wide. Perfect. We have an opponent. It is Baran Seeker. So his rating is a little low, but let's check his chess rating here. 1300. Yeah, a little low. So it's going to be hard to play knight e4 in this position. What I like to do with e4 is then try to get e5 played, because once the pawn is out there, then the knight can come in behind, but not so possible here. So let's just go for some checks. This could be a pretty deadly check right now, and then followed up by this check might be 3 quick checks. Good luck. See how this works. Oh, it still says Dick Chess, Doug Chess, Dick Chess. Let's take that off the screen. Thank you guys. That was kind of embarrassing. Okay, so I got 3 checks here right now. 1, 2, and then we'll find the third. It won't be hard. 3. The queen will fork 2 checks right here, and that'll be... Oh! Maybe he's gonna beat me. I didn't think of that. One possibility would be to play d4 right now. I'm gonna play queen h4, 5. Because it threatens this check. It also threatens this check, which pulls this move in, so plenty of checks. Yes. Watch out with moving d-pawn. Moving the pawn, be very careful, yeah? It's so difficult. Hey, there's no rematch button. That's kind of strange. It's so difficult in 3 checks chess to not lose in the opening. However, it's not like some of those variants. If you've played much atomic chess, you've found that if you don't play absolutely perfectly, you lose. I mean, it's just like one wrong move and your king blows up. Same thing with anti-chess. One wrong move and all of a sudden your queen is like, it's usually your knight, and it has to consume the entire enemy army. Let's play e5. No, let's play e6. Okay, so we're going to try to get the knight right here. Playing the same guy again. It's going to be a little bit harder as black, but we're going to manage it. We're going to manage it here. We are... I don't think he wants to trade his queen for a check. Let's see if he does. I'm going to reduce my bit rate just a little bit because we're dropping some frames. See if that works. Okay, so he got 1 check, but I took his queen, so I think this is going to pay off in the long run. Eek. 95 is not yet happening this game. I'm a little distracted taking free queens. Okay, how does the screen look now? Duck Chess is hiding. He's not doing anything here. So let's threaten his king. I think I might have to drop the 95 plan this game. I mean, being ahead of queen kind of changes your plans a little bit. I think it should. Oh, I should have checked him. What was I thinking? Well, maybe I should take free stuff. This is just such a distracting game. How can I play chess when there's all this free material on the board? Very distracting. I appreciate your sacrifices, Baran Seeker. You're really making it easy for me to whatever. My video stream is really struggling. I'm going to cut the bitrate even more. Fortunately, the YouTube video recording on my own drive happens irrespective of the choppiness of the stream because I'm actually using two codecs at the same time, if you can imagine that. A codec is like a frog, and it's like a frog because if you've ever seen a real one, it's so different than you actually thought it was. That's the way it's similar to a frog. Just play here and then check him again. Why not? Like imagine a frog, right? You imagine this beautiful little creature that's like ribbit, ribbit. Frogs don't say ribbit at all. And check. And they're not beautiful either. They're super ugly, super ugly. Do you know the difference between a frog and a toad? I don't either. There's this children's book called Frog and Toad. It was a great book, great series of books. In fact, that's basically all I know about toads comes from that book. And what I know is that toads are brown and frogs are green, which isn't even true. You can't just divide them up like that. Let's find a new opponent, perhaps one that's rated like 1300 or higher. Thank you for that game as well, but I'm looking for a game where we have like a balanced position where we both have queens, something like that. Be nice. That was a little too easy. I don't think that queen h5, queen takes f7 is a good opening for white. Anyway, a frog doesn't say ribbit at all. It says, oh, I don't think I can make the sound. So I'm not going to try. It might damage my larynx. Don't want to damage that. All right, we got a new opponent with double the rating. If you consider the rating to be on the Richter scale, can I castle? Lol. He's also playing e5. Let's play c3 and d4. I must be confused here. I mean, my plan of 94. Now I've blocked both the squares that I'm going to need to use for that. What about queen of 3? Yes. Queen of 3. I don't think he wants to trade bishop for pawn. I recapture with queen. King is not pulled out. This is good. I'm going to play like this maybe. Maybe queen of 3 is not good at all, but hey, I can still play it. So let's go. Let's threaten the check because I think he doesn't want to allow this. He might want to play queen e7 here. That's would be what I would play as black, because then you can recapture with queen and keep things stable. Do. Let's go here, and then he's going to play d6. Then I'm going to worry about bishop here. So I'll play d3 and counter the bishop with this move. Make sure that e-pawn is protected. Oh, that's kind of a weak move. Program Fox in the chat. Hello, Fox. You guys remember him from a previous episode. He was a special guest in February. That was a lot of fun, Program Fox. We played a 9-game series of variants. Someone in the chat is saying to him, love the practice feature. Did you add practice to leechess.org? That would be so cool. Take a look up here in Learn Practice. You can't see it on the screen because I've cut off the boring parts. But this whole section, look how cool it is. It's like blue or something. That might be somehow associated with Program Fox. Maybe. I could take this. Do you know how cool that would be? That'd be rad. I am not playing 94. I'm slightly frustrated that I'm not achieving my goals here. But on the other hand, wow, that'd be cool. And plus the c-pawn is preventing this. This would be very annoying to me, attacking my queen. Then when I play here, he just forks me in the face, takes my queen, 2 checks. Yeah, I'm glad that I can play more peacefully. Just take some things. Okay, so my knight disappeared. What if I take this? Would that be stupid? This is a big win for me. I just win this game. I think I'll take the bishop because I'm just winning. You know what I mean? I'm just winning. I've just got check, 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 check. Let's add them some time so I can win on the clock. The only time on the board, the only time I add time to my opponents, because I'm a mean guy, is when I'm already really winning. So there's one check. There's going to be 2 checks right there. I got 3 checks right here. So the bishop sacrifice was perfect, but I did not get to play 94. I really want to demonstrate. This is exactly how I feel. No, ecstatic is reflecting my feelings exactly. Checkmate. This is 3 checks chess for those of you just tuning in, and that means 3 checks is checkmate. 3 checks is all it takes. So it's very, very short variant. So as I was saying, 3 checks. Let's actually increase the requirements for ratings. You have to be at least 1550. It's because 1500 is where you start. Let's get some tighter games here. So 3 checks chess is not like some of those variants where you just lose in the opening. After you figure out a little bit. In anti-chess, you could play for years and be like, I'm so good at anti-chess, I can survive the opening. And then all of a sudden they play knight h3, knight g5, you're out of your book, and then you lose just like that. Bam. Or atomic chess, same thing. You're like, I understand atomic chess. It is so easy to understand atomic chess. And then they go knight c3. You're like, what? And then knight d5. And I've never seen this. And then bam, your queen's gone. It's like, no, there's so many opening traps. But in 3 checks chess, there are not quite so many opening traps. After you figure out the flow of the opening, it's a lot more like chess. And that's why it's less popular. If you look at this screen right here, let's take all the chess off the screen. Okay. And these are all the variant challenges. Okay, there's not so many. There's a Racing Kings that popped up. There's a Crazy House. There's a Chess 960. Ooh, Stefan. He's a very what's the word? Prolific. Prolific. He's a prolific player. There's some Horde. There's some 3 checks chess from me. What the point I was trying to make, there's some anti-chess, is really falling on its face right now. There's some atomic. And so the point that I'm trying to make is that people don't really favor 3 checks chess, which I guess is demonstrated here. The only challenge for 3 checks chess here is my challenge. I think it's one of the less popular variants because it's not as different as some of the variants. Of course, chess 960, but that's just because Stefan is always playing chess 960. But there's a lot of beauty to 3 checks chess. It's kind of like, let me make an analogy here. It's like a fractal to a blind person. Now, if you've never been a blind person, you're just going to have to imagine that you are. But aren't fractals beautiful? And if you're blind, you can't see them, I think. My analogy is kind of falling apart, but that's what 3 checks chess is like to you because you haven't seen the beauty of 3 checks chess. In fact, nobody has because they're not taking my challenge. This is pathetic. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh no, now it's a music channel. I put out a video by mistake a couple of episodes ago. It was called The Place of the Wiz, and I showed my ears. I was super embarrassed. I meant to wear my headphones. In fact, I did wear my headphones for some of the video takes. I was videotaping where we were filming, and I actually, okay, 3 checks chess. We're going to play right here. Whoa, don't move that pawn. We'll play here, and then we'll go like this, and then like that, 95. Oh, this is perfect. Perfect. Perfect play, chess whiz. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so if I play d5, and he blows here, and then he's pinning me and it's attacking me. So if I block the pin, take, and he takes that. That's not very good. So I don't block the pin, but if I don't block it, then I will lose. He'll get to check me, so that's not very good. The old queen f6. I actually recorded my room while wearing the headphones like this. Look, this is detachable. So I'm like, I can't hear anything. In fact, I'm just standing out in the middle of nowhere and I'm wearing these things. The reason is I want to provide a consistent image to my viewership, which is always wearing these weird headphones that are bigger than my face. In fact, there was one episode. Let me put this back in because I can't hear myself. Oh no, I have to reveal my ears. There was one episode where I wore them like this. Actually started the episode like this, if you could believe it. And you can find that on YouTube if you are bored, because you have to look through all the episodes. This isn't going very well. He's going to play this maybe? Let's do this one. It's hard to get the 95 in as black. Down a move, big deal. I mean, it is a big deal. I don't mean like big deal. I mean like big deal. I am lagging and skipping frames still. Why am I doing that? I'm going to fix that right now. I'll take this. And then I'll push here. Then I'll block any pin, and I'll be okay. And I'm also going to play e4 95. Let me fix my lagging and skipping here for good. Oh, I can't play e5. I'm so disappointed. Um, this is pretty challenging. He's going to put his bishop here. But remember last game? I brought my queen out here and here. It was the key to my victory. I just tore up his king in similar manner to this red arrow. It was just torn up. So maybe I can do that this game as well. This guy, much better player, though. He's hundreds of points higher rated, so let's see if it goes. Collider3 says, Chess Whiz. That's why I'm reading it. I can tell he's talking to me. Your video is not streaming in the high quality I'm used to from your stream. Colliders3, I moved into the boonies, and I'm going to make a video of where I am right now, and there's trees. It's like, there's trees here. There's not like radio towers and things that aren't trees. No, don't. Oh, I had 0 point something seconds. I need to move faster. This is serious. If he takes me here, I can't take with this. He'll check me. So I have to take with king, which is dangerous. Oh, that's one check right there. He's got this move, but then oh, there's 2 checks. No. Oh, I have to counter check, but I can't. Hey, and there's a 3rd check. Why didn't I take that e-pawn? Man, what a blind guy I am, except I have hindsight, so I can see in the past how blind I was. Look at that move. Boom, check. That's 1 check right there. Boom, check. It's like a drum beat. Boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom, chicka, boom. Except it's more like can't believe I missed that. What if I play this move right now? I can do that. Yes, this game we're going to get the 94. I've already invested in making the square available. Now it's happening. The key is to do it on move 2. Look at that. Oh, let's not lose the e-pawn. Look at this. I am now playing 94. 94! Da-da-da-da-da-da! This is a better song than the last one. Now I can play what I've been trying to show you the whole episode. Look at these 2 checks. Look how great they are. Now that you can see them instead of just like imagining in your brain all these squares. Oh, it's going to be check right now. I'm going to check him. It's going to be so good. Hold on a minute here. So this would be trading only a pawn for a check. That's pretty good. And this would be trading a piece for a check. That's not as good. If I play d4, take, I lose my pawn. So let's just do it. Okay. So all of that effort, and in the end, now I have to watch out for. And I don't really have to watch out for that. I'm a doofus. I should have played d4. I think. No, then I would have to watch out for it. Because if d4, knight takes, then all of a sudden he does have that check. So, whoa, that's my start menu blocking the screen. I'm feeling good because I got knight d6 check played. So apparently I didn't count very well. He had 3 attackers. 3's a big number. I can't quite count to 3. I mean, I rounded it to the nearest 2. That's what happened. And then I counted my pieces and it seemed about equal. So I just moved my pawn there. I highly recommend. And if you're a chess beginner, don't watch this show because I'm a goof. But also, you can just count how many pieces are attacking each square. And for him, you can just go like 1, 2, 3, 3 pieces. And then you go to my side and you're like 1, 2. If he has a greater number, that means he can take you for free. Unless there's one exception. Unless he has his most valuable jewels, I might just want to give up this pawn. See, I might want to do that. So I'm going to play here. Unless he has his most valuable jewels in front. Like, for example, imagine rook, rook, queen, and this queen is leading the way. And then I've got like a bishop guarding this pawn. So I only have 1 defender. And he's got 3 if I can draw red again. Amazing attackers, so he can take it for free. But his queen, that's his most valuable jewels right there, in case you're wondering what that was. He doesn't want to trade that for a bishop and pawn, so it's not always true, but other than that, it's always true. Okay. When he pushes e5, I'm going to sink my bishop right there. If he castles, I don't want to trade. I want to put my bishop right there. He's gonna play d5. That annoys me. I'm annoyed. It's so sad. Need to look somebody up. Hold on. Hmm. Jesse Eisenberg. No, no. Someone in the chat said I was Jesse Eisenberg, but I know who this is. That's a super, super annoying guy. Um, I've seen two movies with Jesse Eisenberg. The first, The Social Network. He's the most mean guy I've ever met. I'm gonna give him time because I'm not as mean as Jesse Eisenberg. He's so mean. If you haven't seen The Social Network, just imagine a mean guy, and you've pretty much seen it. And the second movie I've seen him in was so boring. It was the most boring movie ever. I mean, it's like these people are doing boring things to each other, and then all of a sudden, like when you're not expecting it, bam, the movie's over. It's like that. That's the surprising part. It's like I'm so surprised the movie just ended right now because nothing has happened yet. I don't remember the name of that movie. It bored itself out of my head, but you get the idea. Wow. He's a good actor though. He definitely, I mean, when he had to play that boring role, he was so boring. He was like a skilled and adept boring actor. Very boring. It was skilled. Oh, I've got the screen messed up. Thank you. So I'm thinking about how to sacrifice all my things to get two more checks. Like, let's play f4 here. See what we can do. Because if I could just move diagonally with my rook, I would win this game. Two more checks and I got it. I'm not a great three checks chess player. As you can see. As you can see, let me just demonstrate that here. I'm not a great three checks chess player. But I'm also not awful. I'm somewhere in between great and awful. Most people are, I guess. Am I really going to lose this? I can't believe it. Oh man. This is awful. I'm going to lose. I sacrificed too much, including my victory. That's what I shouldn't have sacrificed. I should have thought it through and been like, anything but my victory. Anything, but not that. And then I sacrificed that. And I lose. Oh. So, my conclusive evidence is don't play like me. I mean, check, lose a bishop for nothing, and then just imagine, can I check him a third time? I don't know. I'll just pretend I can. I'll just like hope I can and move some things around. But this is a very deadly attack, and I'm hurting against this attack. I cannot block this file with my rook because the bishop takes it, so I'm in big trouble. So take, 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 take. I don't think I have any way out here. So I'm threatening check here, which is why he moves one more time. But even though I have two moves to prepare, I cannot stop this. Hurts my feelings. Losing hurts my feelings. Well, I think we have time. I think we have time for one more game. Klonk is gone, of course, because I bored him with that episode. So let's just throw a challenge out in the middle. If one of you live viewers, such as you have too many vowels in your name, would like to play, just take that challenge right there. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That's the last song. It's the like finale song of the show. E4, E5. Don't worry, I'm gonna get this move played. The one game I got it played, I lost. I'm still playing Queen F6. Someday I'll learn it's a stupid idea, but not yet. So bishop here. How am I gonna win this? The problem is like thinking ahead is not my thing, right? So I'm either thinking about now or I'm not thinking. Have you ever had that syndrome occur to you? It's called the now thinking syndrome or the not thinking syndrome. It turns out that thinking is a little bit like working out, like running, for example. I mean, if you're a runner, you have had those days when you're like, if only I were not a runner today, I wouldn't feel guilty about going out in that rain. Oh, this is not good. Clonk is beating me again. And torturing myself for miles and miles, or kilometers and kilometers if you're from some other country that isn't the stupid country that uses miles. And there's that struggle between the exercise and not wanting to. That is true for thinking as well. You might not think it because, well, it's hard work to think. But most people don't even realize that they're not thinking because it's too much work. But it's actually true. Very similar. And there's a few weirdos who enjoy exercise. I'm not one of them. I just don't eat anything. That's why I'm thin. But there's another group of people who actually love exercising. They're like, everyone should exercise, and they're stupid because they don't. But actually, they're just genetically predisposed to torture themselves. So I'm in big trouble here. Check. And that's it for me. It's too bad that I'm just losing. But I've got a great rant going about exercise. And that is the way I am about brains. I have this pulsating brain. I mean, sometimes you can see it leaking out my ears, which is why I wear these. It is so huge. And I'm just like brain buff, man. And so I love to work out my brain. Like when I'm sitting around bored, what I want to do right now is play chess. But not just that, I want to play even weirder things like I don't want to play Power Grid right now, right? And in Power Grid, it's like you've got a certain amount of electro, it's money, right? You're like, okay, if I buy that and I buy that and then this and then this and then I have to buy that, then connect this to here and then I buy that and then okay, so 5 moves ahead, I'm gonna have 6 electro left. That's not enough to buy fuel for my power plants. This is the board game. So I have to do this, otherwise I lose. So I can't do that. So then I have, what if I buy it here? And it's like it's called analysis paralysis, where you just sit there and think and think and think, and everybody else wonders what's taking you so long. And then it's their turn, and they think and think and think. It's boring for everyone except for people who have macho brains and they like to exercise their brains. I'm in trouble in this chess game, so I'm hoping to distract you with my rant here. So I'm one of those people who loves to work out their brains, but I realize that most people don't. I'm going to play one more game because I can't stand losing as the last game. Most people, though, are more like I am about exercise, which is just like, that's not my thing. Okay, e5. This was great last time. Let's do it. Okay. I wonder if this is something to be concerned about. Check, king takes. Check, queen takes. He would never play like that, would he? Would he? Would he? Oh, Woody's not here. Let's see if he wants to throw away everything. See if he does. Maybe he does. Oh, I told you that was the last song. So I enjoy board games where you just think and think and think and think. I actually enjoy that. Oh, come on. I am not going to play Queen F3 again. I'll play Queen E2. Yes, that board game's called Power Grid. I don't recommend it. If you like board games or think you might like board games, if you are a normal person and not a super brain person, then you might like the game Settlers of Catan because a lot of normal people like that. But I don't because I'm a super brain person and it's super frustrating to me because everybody knows I am. So, like, would you like to trade a sheep? And then they're like, okay, Cheswiz wants a sheep. How about 5 wood for that sheep? No? How about 6 wood? It's really hard to work with your neighbors when they're scared you're going to win. I mean, like, look at this. I have the same 2 settlements I started with. And they're like, no, you might win. You might have 5 victory points in your hand because they're just, you always win. So they are afraid you will. It's a very, very frustrating game for smart people. So the game I would recommend is Puerto Rico, which is still an older game. I mean, I think it came out in 2004. It's on the older side. Settlers of Catan's older than that. But it's harder for everybody to gang up on you. So I would recommend Puerto Rico for you gamey folks. It's still kind of mainstream, but it's less mainstream. I think he's going to take this. When I take with king, then he's got checks. But if I take with queen, he's got checks. No, that's my least favorite kind of cereal. So I will play this move. Maybe it will work. I'm going to ban this guy. He said a bad word. Ban user. That was fun. Okay, I took a free bishop. Is he going to give up his queen for a second check? I hope so. Because I'm going to go on to win. Let's just play that. Let's play that. The pin looks pretty good. He's down a piece. He doesn't have any checks right now. He didn't give up his queen, so that shows some kind of wisdom on his part. Let's play that. Let's play that. I'm going to go queenside. So legal. I love legal moves. They're my favorite. I'm going to get 94 here, and according to the theme of the episode, that's a good thing to do. I'll castle first, and then I'll play it. 94. Okay, I'm going to play this next. I can't not play that first. Knight e4 has been played. Yes, I'm so thematic. 100% thematic right now. Oh, my knight was taken. Well, at least I will cause him some anguish in the center here. Look at those pawns. Car. This is really good. Here, and then here, it's like it's checkmate's coming right up. Let's cop him from castling. Then I can rook sacrifice. And if he takes that, certainly I can make 3 checks out of that. Let's look rook sacrifice right now. Check. That's the first one. I'm doing it. Excuse me. Oh, he got away. But in a way, I got away too. Time. I want to take this. I just noticed I could, so I really want to. Danger zone. It's so dangerous here. Is that a move? That's a move. So if I take this pawn, he takes me in the center. I've got some time again. So I take this pawn, he takes me in the center. Then I check him. And then I play rook over, and I think I'm going to win. I don't have time to not believe I won't win. I will lose. No, losing is not like winning. It's worse. No. Hey, I got second place that game. That was pretty good. Okay, so that was bad. I feel like a beginner. I've lost a lot of games. But next episode, I really will be a beginner. I'm going to play like a beginner. There's 2 kinds of chess players, beginner chess players. The first ones are like, I invented a new opening, guys. I can bring up my rook and move 2. And they play like this. Super bad, by the way, to bring over your rook right here in the move 2. And they think they're good till you take it in 2 moves. The next kind of beginner thinks all they need to do is protect themselves with pawns. And they play like this, right? So that's what we're going to do next episode. We're actually going to play chess, move all the pawns 1 square, and use pawns to protect ourselves. We'll just use the mindset of a beginner. It's very easy for me because I am one. I've only been playing chess for a few short decades, so I'm very beginner-like. So that's going to be next episode on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. 3 p.m. GMT, which in the United States is morning. It's 11 a.m. on the East Coast, 8 a.m. on the West Coast. The other thing I want to say is thank you to Chris Topher for subscribing on YouTube, and also goodbye. Yeah, I also want to say goodbye. There's a fair number of people who turn off the video before now because there's nothing interesting that I say at this point. So you guys can just turn it off right now. I mean, I'm not going to say anything more interesting. So you can turn off the video. I'll just wait for you to do that. I'm still waiting. Fine, I'm not going to say the cool thing because you won't stop the video. This has been Chess with TV. Thanks for watching.